Marilyn Monroe's legacy remains one of the most valuable in global pop culture.
Although her estate was worth only a few $100,000 at the time of her death, the commercial value of her name and image has soared over the decades. Today, her legacy is valued at between $20 and $30 million, driven by worldwide licensing deals, advertising campaigns, and brand partnerships.
The National Portrait Gallery in London has curated an exhibition which explores the life, career, and legacy of Marilyn.
She really does have appeal to all ages and all audiences, which is for us what we're all about here at the National Portrait Gallery in London. We really think very carefully about who would come to see this. Are they enthralled by what we're showing them? Are they enjoying what they're seeing? Are they learning something? And I think we've achieved that. And I think really it's taken years to pull this all together. And there's an extraordinary amount of mainly photographs, but also paintings, which again speak to the person behind the image that we think we know so well.
Photographer Eve Arnold's relationship with Marilyn Monroe produced some of the most intimate and revealing photographs of the Hollywood icon. Monroe trusted Arnold enough to let her capture quiet, unguarded moments, reading, rehearsing, resting, images that showed a far more human Marilyn than the studios ever allowed.
I think the main theme was the complexity of Monroe and the multifacets that she exhibited. So Eve kind of quite uniquely, as a photographer, showed the playfulness, but also the vulnerability. And I think a lot of her photographs get closer to showing something, I don't want to say more real, because I mean, Eve herself said, that nobody kind of really got to the heart of knowing exactly who she was, because she always kind of described that Monroe would, in some senses, would be putting on an act a lot of the time. But I think Eve got the closest to kind of having a close enough relationship that Monroe trusted her to kind of be portrayed in those quiet moments, those more private moments.
So perhaps only now, decades after her death, that we're beginning to see the real Marilyn, the person behind the image.
Marilyn remains one of the most recognizable, bankable, and magnetic icons the industry has ever seen, perhaps driven by the fact that as the years go by, we learn even more about her. Julia Caesar, BBC News.